Welcome traders, hope you had a great day trading today, and welcome to all the new followers and the regulars. So we're going to do something a little bit different today. We're going to show you the risks of trading, and before you ask, no, I did not blow up. I didn't even have a big red day. In fact, I'm break even. And the reason for this is I had major lag in the system. Now, I'm not sure why this is. It might be something to do with the fact that Topstep is being extremely kind, giving away lots of prizes like free accounts right now, which clogs up the server and the system. So I'm going to show you two trades I took today. One where I was looking for a bear flag breakdown underneath the pre-market low, and I was up quite comfortably and starting to scale into a winner. I hadn't taken profit, and when I hit the add button to add another short contract on, it filled me about 6 points lower than I was currently at. The price didn't even exist there at the time, and you'll see the look on my face, pretty shocked and disgusted. So I take the trade off once I realize what's going on. I then reset my system, played around with some sim for a bit, trying to make sure no lag was there, and I go to take a long, noticing that my bar timer isn't working, however my level 2 data is. This was already a red flag, so I thought I'll just try one contract here, looking for a breakout to the upside to go and test previous day's high. Now we've now started doing that breakout, so the trade thesis was perfect. And you could say there's no reason to take the trade off. I entered at a right price, I was instantly up. But it did not give me my fills. I couldn't see the trade on. I couldn't see it showing live in my account. And I instantly took the trade off, and you'll hear the lag in the system. I tell you when I've taken the trade off, and there's a good few seconds before it even takes that trade off, a trade which I can't see on my main monitor. These are days you don't want to trade. Don't trade when there's technical problems. Don't trade when you're having internet issues. Always have a backup plan. Always trade your plan. So without further ado, let's get into it. Good morning, traders. Just getting to my desk here this morning. And we're going to move these levels and mark out key positions. So as always, I'm interested in the previous day high, the previous day close, the previous day open, and the previous day low. Okay, I'm actually going to put another one in today for this Friday low. Sorry, just talking to my team there. Okay, so what did we have yesterday? We had that big push back up into supply, and you can see this morning we've already started failing before we've even got to the market. Okay, so potentially we have that Monday, Tuesday high might set in. If we go to a 4 hour, okay, we're starting to break down here. Once we take out this Friday low, we can expect lower prices. We do have this overnight gap. Okay, this was a weekly gap. These often like to get filled, so that's why I've marked in the previous day low and the Friday, because that would represent the gap. Flow zones clearly turned bearish. That started happening about 4:30 in the morning, and we've declined about 30 points since then. So the orange boxes are my current pre-market high, pre-market low, so I'll move these down until we get the open. Okay, if you're wondering about this top box, the market opened here in sort of more regular trading hours or extended trading hours for like an ETF Okay, so this is where the market opened. So this is the overnight session. So this would be your sort of Asia high. We ran into it in London and failed. Okay, so we've got continuation down. I don't really want to chase this market down right now. From a fib point of view, if we had to look at yesterday's low to yesterday's high, we are in a golden pocket. Okay, so it's bouncing right off the middle of that right now, which is why I don't want to chase short. And we have this old breakout area. Okay, so classic break and retest here. Okay, supply, 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 broke through it. We never retested it. This is the first time retesting it. Okay, so if this holds, we can make that retracement move up higher. Okay, potentially for a deeper move down. If this just snaps, then we're just going to move down to the next level, which will be these levels below. These levels down here. So we can go to a high time frame there. Is we do have this level of demand here and level of demand here on the previous days. And we definitely have this level here, which is ideally what I'd like to see us dig into if we're going to stay heavy or weak and below and eventually start rolling over. Okay, for a new leg down. So this could just be one huge bear flag for a move down, or it could just do a pullback and consolidation, and we might just sit in this range while we get through earnings season and work out what is what. The higher time frame, just to remind you, we are looking for a weekly move down. Once daily confirms and takes out this low, we'll be looking for a further dig down deeper. Could be tomorrow, if not today. Same with the H4. So everything's starting to line up now for a rotation downwards. So I'll be looking short today on a pro trend move. What does that mean? I'll be looking for a short-term retrace into somewhere where I can get short and look for a rotation down. Excuse me. Where would be levels I'd be interested in getting short into? Possibly the pre-market high, or this underbelly here, which lines up with that wick there. So all the buyers that stepped in there yesterday are now underwater. That's why we use a strong low and not these ones here like a lot of people use for a shift. And they use these here and they get stuck. It is your lowest low before the recent high. So this is the recent high, this is the lowest low. We're not using these ones because that was the high before. So this is our pivot. So when we start breaking down below there and strong closes, that's a confirmed short. We also have this clear channel trend. So it just wicked under and it's soaked straight back in. Dixie is trying to base and reclaim its 20-day and maybe push towards the 5-day. And we also have a flow zone there. So everything is pretty much stacked in a very tight channel, which makes sense when you pull out to the hourly. Although this range is sort of big, you can see we're just in a ranging market. Okay, so if you think about Wyckoff theory, normally like peak outside of one side before coming back down. So that's what I was kind of looking for this week. I would like to peak outside of the high we created before So faking the buys before breaking down, or peak outside, base above, show some strength and continue up. In which case the low of week, okay, the low of week then would have been set yesterday. Okay, and I don't want to see that violated. Otherwise, I want to see a fake breakout of yesterday's high and run back into range, and maybe try and take out the lower week for the move down. But from a daily point of view, we are starting to base above here. So if I was extreme bullish, I'd start to be concerned if a weekly starts to turn. Got a long way to go yet for a weekly to turn. We'd have to take out this high up here, so we can still, on a weekly basis, drive into here and make a lower high, or a double top. That's still fine. Still bearish momentum on a weekly pattern. Okay, because we took out this pivot and then put in a lower high and a breaker structure down. This is the game of trading sometimes. To be very, very patient, and it's unfortunate that this beautiful move it gave this morning, I just couldn't get with the lag. And we saw the EMAs cross, and then it gave you a dip opportunity at like 10:30, right on the IB when we were setting the IB high for extension. So now we're dancing on the IB high. We have rejected that top channel, this channel here, which is off an hourly I put in. It just might need to build some liquidity here. So we are starting to put lower highs in. Lower high, lower low, lower high. Starting to shift internally. I really want to see this taken out and push back in and then set the lower high. I feel much better about it then. Still holding the flow zones for now. Some volume declining here as well. So move this up. Just been on steady decline, coming into time where I normally like to get off the desk. So again, we have a potential flag here, and it's a better flag here because we are into the flow zones on a 3. Dancing around the IB and the pre-market. So if it can sort of start to curl above and base above here, I think we can use these shorts for a squeeze. Just need to let it develop. Okay, so it's always if or statements. If we do this and base above and start to curl, I will look long. If we break down heavy here and come and leave like a nice imbalance or something for me to get short against and use this liquidity, I will get short. It's never I will just do this. That's what will get you stuck trading. You can always have an if-or situation before you take every trade. It will keep your head nice and balanced. It's a strong candle there. Okay, rejection of old channel. I'm just being very careful here. So if I join a trend, I am joining late. And we are starting to flatten out on a 1 minute on the EMAs. I do think there's a chance to drive up to previous day's high based on the weekly model. Just don't want a bull trap here, okay, where we take out this high and then come back down and make a new low. So if I go to a 1 minute, okay, so lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high on the internal of this one. Okay, so this could be a bull trap where they get buyers to come in here and then wash down. So I just want to just take it easy here. Make sure it wants to play bull if we're going to be bullish. Let everyone else get caught up in this. Does look good to me to the bull side. But one candle can change that. We're also coming into a new hourly. Okay, in the next 2 minutes. So on an hourly bar transition. Okay, we're right at these key levels on the hourly. The levels I marked out in this pink zone of supply. So if we can extend above and get above this, then we can start attacking previous day close. Okay, if we go back, this is what I was concerned about. So this would now need to hold. Otherwise I would think bulls might have jumped the gun a little bit early. So I want to see this balance hold here. I'm just going to wait for the hourly to close. Looks like again I might have major lag on my system. So my bar timer has suddenly stopped. So all these things I'm looking at all the time, especially when I've had issues earlier in the day. Okay, got a bug on my 1 minute bar timer. 3 minutes seems to be holding. No, now that's stopped. So all these things like red flags for me. So I'm going to add a bar timer into this just to see if it will hold on this screen. These are times where I get concerned. See, if I don't have a bar timer and it's not running nice, it's a good way of telling if there's lag in the system. Okay, so here's my bar timer. So this should be giving me a bar to bar count every 3 minutes. I can see my level 2 working. are starting to channel sideways here. So it's either distribution or accumulation as we start to go sideways. Okay, let's join this.
Order filled.
Instantly had a peculiar fill there. Okay, coming out. Yeah, major lag.
Order filled.
Okay, that's going to be it for me today, traders. As you can see, it's still holding everything on my screen. I can't see anything on my 1 minute. Yeah, I'm going to call it there, traders. It's one of those things. Cannot trade when you've got lag in the system like that, especially when you're day trading. Very dangerous. I'm sure this will end up ripping to highs now. And yeah, just for fun, I thought I'd show you where we ended up. So the arrow here is the entry that I had when I finally had another session of lag. And even though it was printing as green, it actually on the 1 minute wasn't showing it as filled at all. And you'll be able to hear in the replay that there's major lag in it. So I took it off instantly when I knew that. And the target was this blue line up here, which was previous day high. So we've missed quite a nice runner there. I think I was in even before the 400 break. So pretty much a 20-pointer. And that would have passed the new 50k challenge that they gave off yesterday. So a real shame there, would have passed it today. Nice, clean, easy setups, following the flow zone, above IB high. Everything we talk about, taking the trend above IB high, following the flow zones into key levels. And it's just one of those things. I'm not sure if I put it in the stream, but I was also looking at this TTM. And there was a moment where we were starting to signal down here that a squeeze was incoming and we were shifting, and that gave me good confluence to get into it. But yeah, one of those things. Back tomorrow, flat day. Hope you got it. Trade safe.